Today I'm going to show you how to make this tray full of chocolate chip cookies. There's only a couple of ingredients. It takes no time at all to make and prepare. You'll have cookies ready in no time. The recipe's coming up now. Hi, it's Jolene from Yummy Inspirations. Today I'm going to give you the recipe for these really easy chocolate chunk cookies. They are so delicious. They're my favorite chocolate chunk cookie recipe and I'm going to share it with you right now. Let me talk you through the ingredients. We have 100 grams of butter, which I'm going to melt, a half a cup of sugar, a cup of plain flour. I've gone for unbleached organic plain flour. We've got 3/4 of a cup of chocolate buttons for my chocolate chunks. I'm going to use a pinch of salt, 2 teaspoons of vanilla to give extra vanilla flavor, and 1 happy egg over there. So we are going to get into making our chocolate chunk cookies. First off, we are going to melt our butter and then pour it into a bowl and mix through our sugar. Okay, grab a big bowl and we're going to pour out, I've got raw organic sugar that we pour into our bowl, and then we're going to mix through our melted butter. So I've popped the butter on to melt. You don't want it to boil, just over low heat. Melt the butter, and as soon as it all completely melted, take it off the heat. And now we're just going to, I've got 2 spoons. We're going to just mix it all together. I'm going one way, the other way, stepping around. Okay, so just melt the butter and the sugar together. Oh, and get your oven preheated to 190 degrees Celsius. I'll leave all of the instructions down below. I'll leave the recipe down below so that you can get the right ingredient volumes and get everything ready. And we've also got a baking tray lined with a cookie sheet. I love making these cookies. I based it off a recipe from a River Cottage book. I will leave the link to that book as well down below. It's just got such amazing recipes. I've completely adapted it. I cook with it in front of me. I'll show you my little notes. So it's from River Cottage, River Cottage Everyday. And you see my notes. Oh, something's falling out of there. I have written next to every single ingredient that I've changed to my liking over time. I've cooked this for the last few years. So it was started off as the River Cottage recipe, 10-minute cookies, but they've kind of become mine and I cook them in 15, not 10 minutes. Okay, anyway, we've got our butter and our sugar together there, and now we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, I've got a brand new bottle of vanilla here. So we've got 1 and 2, oh, and a little extra it seemed, teaspoons of vanilla. We'll mix that in. And then we're going to add our, everything we need to mix is just in one bowl. That's what I love with these cookies. You don't need any extra equipment, just a bowl and a spoon. Now we are going to add just 1 egg. 1 egg goes in. Hello, Mr. Egg, and just beat it through. I've got free range egg. It was a nice happy egg. 1 egg. Mix it through. It's already smelling like my cookies. Okay, keep mixing. With each addition, just mix a little bit. We just add a pinch of salt. Now, salt actually brings out the sweetness in recipes. So we just add a pinch of salt. And we are ready for our flour, cup of flour. Now he suggests in the original recipe was a cup of flour and some baking powder. I never use baking powder when I make these, and they come out really well, and maybe they will come out differently if I use baking powder, but I break all the rules when I bake, and I don't use baking powder, so it's up to you if you want to add in a teaspoon of baking powder so they rise a little bit, but they work out fine without. Okay, now we are ready to add in our chocolate chunks. I've got dark chocolate buttons. You could use 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips if you want instead. I go for chocolate buttons because I just love that big chunky bit of chocolate, so everyone gets a nice couple of chocolate chunks, mix it all together. It's done. It's that simple. Just a couple of minutes and you can have chocolate chip cookies. Now we're just going to get our, oh, look at that chocolate chip cookie dough. I just want to taste. Now, just remember, because they're all raw ingredients, there's always the chance of getting sick if you do eat raw cookie dough batter. So, bear the risk yourself. Raw egg, raw flour. It is up to you. It is very yummy. Okay, now we're going to get out our tray lined with baking powder. Baking powder? Our tray lined with baking paper. I have my cookie tray lined with my favorite grease-proof baking paper, and now we're just going to pop a tablespoon per cookie onto the sheet, and this makes 12 cookies with 1 tablespoon each, and then any batter left over I just like to make the smaller cookies a little bit bigger. So I'm going to get on and fill my cookie sheet. There we go. Our 12 cookies are all lined up. I've left a little bit of space for them to expand just a little tiny bit. And what I do is I pop them in the oven for 10 minutes. I take them out. I just swivel the cookie sheet the other way around just so they all cook evenly. And back in for another 5. So 10 minutes and then an extra 5. 15 minutes in total. And then these are the perfectly cooked cookies. There you go, they're out the oven looking perfect. I cooked them for 10 minutes and then took them out and just flipped it around so that everything cooks evenly. I did another 3 minutes this time. I kind of use my judgment. Sometimes I do 5 minutes, sometimes 3. I was happy with 3. And you'll notice they're a little bit soft to the touch. They're nice and golden. Leave them to cool and crisp up completely and just enjoy them. You've got 12 yummy cookies. Maybe share them with the kids and the husband. See how you feel. That's the recipe for today. Chocolate chunk cookies. Really easy, quick to make, quick to cook, and that's it for today. So thanks so much for watching this chocolate chunk cookies recipe. If you like the recipe, leave a like and subscribe. I share new recipes every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so subscribe so you get notified as soon as something new comes out. And we'll see you again soon. Bye.